Welcome to the Fit Women's Weekly Strength Studio. Today we're going to be going over how to do a kettlebell around the world. Now, just a little heads up, the around the world isn't necessarily an exercise per se. We use it a lot when we're transitioning from one exercise to the next, or if you're trying to get some active rest in before you switch up, whether you're doing a circuit or resting between exercises. But if you love learning new exercises and you're trying to figure out how to implement them more into your workouts, that's a lot of work that you don't need to be doing. Let's rev up your workouts by trying out Fit Women's Weekly Live, which is my online streaming studio for women where I go live Monday through Friday. You can learn more about it at the link down below. But until then, go ahead, hit subscribe on this channel and hit the like button. Now, let's go over around the worlds. Obviously, you're gonna need a kettlebell, a good moderate weight, something that you can really feel the weight when you hold it. And we're gonna start by picking it up like a suitcase, but when you grab it, make sure you're grabbing it more to the side so that you're not having to fight as you pass it from one hand to the next. Once you pick it up, I'm gonna use my hips to start rotating it around my body. I'm gonna pass it to the other hand behind me, all the way. And you're gonna keep that momentum going. Keep your arms nice and locked as you go around the world. Easy enough, right? The trick is really making sure that your hands are placed on the side of the handle so that, again, you're not having to fight for it. Let's turn around so you can see that pass. That's the basic around the world, but we're gonna add a little bit to it because you don't wanna go into the same direction every single time. You're gonna wanna pass it from one side to the next. So how do you do that? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around for however many rounds I need to, and then I'm going to fling it to the opposite shoulder. So if it's on my left hand, I'm gonna bring it to my right shoulder. I'm gonna catch it with my right hand and then toss it out to switch directions and start going the other way. 1, 2, 3, catch, toss around. 1, 2, 3, catch, pass it around. 1, 2, pull up. Make sure you're really using your arms to pull it up. When you're doing them, it's smart because you're wanting to use both sides of your body, obviously. So make sure that you're not always doing the around the worlds in the same direction. Maybe break it up, 5 in one direction, 5 in the other, and then you can transition into whatever kettlebell move it is that you're trying to go into. Now remember how at the beginning I said around the worlds aren't really a exercise in themselves, which I just showed you guys. But if you want to make it a little bit harder, a little bit more advanced, you can by just going heavy with it. If you go heavy, it's actually going to be a grip exercise and a grip core move. So let me go grab a heavier weight than this. I have my heavier kettlebell, and just this in and of itself will make it a lot harder, where not only are we going to work that grip, like I said, in our core, but we're also going to test our cardio endurance and our muscular endurance. Same rules apply. We're just going heavy. And just like before, switch. Gets the heart rate up really fast. It's an awesome move when you do it that way. All right, so then the last thing that we're gonna show is, remember how I said it's a great move for transitioning from one exercise to the next or making kettlebell flows. So I'm gonna go back to my lighter weight. I'm also gonna take my watch off, and then I'll show you what that actually looks like. Let's have some fun with this. So now we're gonna use the around the world and actually create a little flow. We're gonna do 3 around the world into a kettlebell slingshot, into a snatch, bring it right back into our slingshot, and we're gonna reverse the direction so that we go back into the around the worlds, slingshot, snatch. Sounds like a mouthful, but you got this. Let's go ahead and pick it up. We're gonna do 3 around the worlds. 1, 2, 3, slingshot, snatch, slingshot, around the worlds. 1, 2, 3, slingshot, snatch, slingshot, around the world. And that is how you would really transition it into doing a flow and having fun with it, trying to go from one exercise to the next, changing it up with your kettlebells. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I put out new exercise database workouts and new workouts altogether all the time. But if your workouts are kind of lacking something right now, let's make them a little bit more exciting, break you free so that you can start getting the results that you want and start implementing moves like this and start doing workouts like this. You can head over to fitwomansweekly.com to learn more about Fit Women's Weekly Live, which is my online streaming fitness studio for women. Go try it out. You can do it for free for 14 days.